Hola, hola, buenas tardes, good afternoon. Hi, everyone. I hope that you are doing well. We are here another week, and as the thumbnail says, we are going to be working on our portfolios. So let us work on our portfolios together. Now, I can speak for myself. Whenever I'm working collaboratively on something, yes, I work well on my own initiative, but I find that when we work together, we get more done. Also, we can have, I wasn't thinking about something like this, you were thinking about it like that, or we share ideas. So, welcome, everybody. Whoever is here, you can just go ahead and put your information in the chat if you want. We are going to be looking at the e-portfolio, which is a part of the appraisal that we are going to be doing this year. So we're going to be looking at that one. Two, let's look at what the appraisal document look like, and then we'll look at or portfolio. Now, I have already created a video on how to create your portfolio starting from scratch, what I have in a portfolio that I made before, and all of that. So, that's something you can look at a later date. But today, we are going to be working on our portfolios together. So, let me know if you have any questions, any concern, anything, just let me know. I am going to be sharing the appraisal document. I You would have gotten them in your schools, but for right now, let me just go ahead. I'm going to pull up the appraisal document that I took from the JTC's website. That's the Jamaica Teaching Council's website, and that's the teacher performance appraisal. No, again, this is going to be interactive. It's for all those who are here. So feel free while in the chat, you can let me know if you have any questions, any concerns, anything you want me to repeat. I am in no way, shape, or form saying, oh, I know everything about the appraisal and all of that. But I had to do a portfolio before, and so I said, let me share what I know, and I'm sure I can learn from you too. So we are in this together. So it's the teacher performance appraisal document. So let's look at it. Now, let me just go on the instrument, and you will see the appraisal from which year it is, and there are six guiding principles, and I organize my portfolio using each guiding principle. So for guiding principle one, I put the things that would support the fact that teacher knows the subject content that he or she teaches. Here, that you can see right here, um t- guiding principle 2 all the way up to 6. And it's talking about your professional credits, and you're going to see that each section gives you a mark out of maybe 5, some 4. We're going to be looking at them, 2, whatever it is. But if you get 90 to 100% of your credit, then this teacher is considered to be somebody who demonstrates excellent practice in any setting for the subject that you teach. So areas of strength anywhere from 60, sorry, lo siento, anywhere from 71 to 89% of your credits, and areas of improvement 60 to 70 credits. It is said that if you get under 60% of your credit, then the appraisee should prepare well, it's unsatisfactory actually. And so you're going to be putting evidence. So this portfolio is evidence based. So this is one of the things I want to remind you of. You do have a lot of things already, and once we start going through it, you'll see that you have a lot of things. Hola, Marsha. Muy bien. Great question. Hola, profe. Should I include test and exam samples in my portfolio. Yes, you want to include the feedback you give, you want to include the grades. So you might, what I did was I put the highest grade, the high grade, the middle grade, and even those that need improvement. And we also know there are students that you have to say, please see me, because most of it they didn't meet the objectives. So you want to put that in there. So yes, your sample, your feedback, whether it's online. What I do online is I screenshot it. So on my computer, I can use Windows, the Windows sign, and click F10, or where you see PRTSC, that's print screen. I don't know if you have the same laptop or it's the same on yours, but find out how to print screen. And that's one of the ways I capture my online work, and then I can put it in my portfolio, because the beautiful thing is an e-portfolio. Also, you can go ahead and put videos. That's one of the beautiful things with online portfolio, because if you had to print it, then you could not do that. So great question. So I'm going back to the portfolio. And I was saying we have a lot of the things. So I want you to take pictures, get in the habit of taking pictures. I know that sometimes you might not remember, but take a picture. Ask somebody to take a picture for you. And if your colleague is doing a presentation, feel free to take a picture for them. You can show it to them. If it's something that they want, fine, they can have it. If they don't want it, just delete it, because sometimes they might not remember to say, oh, take this picture for me. Oh, I'm participating here. Oh, doing a presentation. Just let us be your brothers and sisters keeper, and go ahead and help out each other, because we are in this together. And this electronic portfolio, guy, it's something that you can use anywhere. So yes, you're doing it for this, but if somebody asks you for something, you don't have to go anywhere and find a document. You have it already online and you build on it. All right. So of course, this has the demographic data, the name, your school, your region, which QEC you are a part of. And this is the time I'm going to remind us as teachers, remember, you also need to be registered. You can go on the JTC's website and you will see the teacher registration information. And even if you said, oh, I remember registering some time ago, I'm going to suggest that you go ahead and check to see if you are registered. So that's something I want you to look into. But we all got this. We can do this. And that's why we're working together. At first, it can be overwhelming, because when I just heard of it, I was like, huh. But I'm telling you, with time, and if we consistently do it, then it can be done. All right. So let me know if you have any questions, any concerns. Please, por favor. So let's continue looking at the document. So GP1, it says that the teacher knows the subject that he or she teaches. So how are you going to show this? Because all of this is evidence, and most, if not all, the teachers, you know what you are doing already. It's just to show the evidence. So sometimes, oh, what am I going to show? So I want to pull up my e-portfolio, well, a section of it. Let me just go ahead and put it in this incognito tab. Let's see if it will come up. All right, I am pulling it up. I didn't want to open the actual one that I have. All right, so I'm pulling up my e-portfolio. So because I teach Spanish and English, I went ahead and put some Spanish and English. If you teach math or whichever subject, you can go ahead and make it your own, make it your unique portfolio. So that's it. Site. Let me stop sharing the appraisal document and share the Google site so you can see what we are doing. So let me go ahead and I'm going to go to Google site now, and we are going to look at how we create our own site. So let me show you. Hola, Othelia. All right, so here we are. We're looking at Google Sites. So SITES. So if you type in Google SITES, it will come up. Or if you type in sites.google.com, you'll also see it. So you do have the option of starting a blank site, which is what I did. You can also you already have the template for a portfolio. So if you want to click on portfolio, you will see some options. So it's loading now. Now you will see where you can go ahead and start. Hola or hi, my name is Simonette. I am a teacher from this institution. You can go ahead and add a picture. That's your home page. You could put some picture. It says name of presentation, name of project, put a video. All of this can be on the first page to give others a glimpse of who you are from the beginning. So that's one way. You can use the portfolio template. So that's one way. I'm coming back to look if you have any questions in the chat. So that's one way. You can open a portfolio template, or you can click the blank one and start from scratch. It's up to you, whatever works best for you. So if I wanted to start from scratch, I can say Simonette's portfolio. Or I could say Senorita Hibbert, or you could say Miss Hibbert, or whatever you want. Portfolio. All right, so that's the name of my portfolio on the front, but you have to title your site. So what do you want your site to be? It could be the same thing. Or I could just call it Hola Hola, just for this. I could call it Hola Hola, and that's the name of my site. Now, are you with me so far? Or if you're here and you've started, where are you in your portfolio? So I'm just showing you how to start it from scratch. But if you are here and you have done some amount of it, you can let me know. Let me know if you want me to go through. I'm going to do that also. What I put in each section of mine, and you can tell me what you put in yours, and we can look at what we have and all of that. Hola, Renee. Renee is with me. All right, so we put our portfolio here, and now, so it's called Hola Hola. Now, whenever you want to insert something, you can insert a few things. Text box, you can embed, you can put images, you can take things from your drive. One of the things I am suggesting, and this is something that I did and it worked for me, well, for those who are just starting, you can do this. Or even if you've started already, I find that whenever what I did was create a Gmail for it. So I call it, let's say I call it olaola@gmail.com. Everything that I'm going to put in my portfolio, you're taking it from your Google Drive for the most part. I am going to just go from the drive and select it. All right, I see your question, Marsha. I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, so I'm here in the portfolio that we're creating called Hola Hola. To embed, you just click on it. You can put a URL, which you could take from Google, and or if you have a code from the site that you want to. So the beautiful thing is when we were doing PowerPoint or we were learning some time ago, you'd have to do this to embed it. No, just copy the link that you want to embed. So let me just say I'm going to my YouTube channel and I wanted to embed a video from my YouTube channel. Let me just pull that up and show you. So we would just go ahead, go to my channel, and I am going to just go ahead now and say, all right, I want to share my channel with you. So let me just quickly copy this and I'm going to embed it here. So I just go ahead. Once it picks it up, it sees that it's my channel, and I can just insert it, and it's here. So it's going to be here in the document, and once I publish it, you should be able to see it. So it's no longer the hard way. There was a time when we embedding things, we have to take a long time to embed it. No. All right. So we can do that. You can insert pages, and this is very important. When you are creating your, if you're organizing it by the guiding principles, then you're gonna need your pages. So you can insert. You realize what I did? If I came down here to where the plus sign is, oh, then you can include a new menu section, a new link, or a new page. So what if I wanted to do a new menu? So I want to call it shortening for guiding principle, GP1. So that stands for guiding principle 1. And I did done. Now I can create a new menu and say guiding principle 2, GP2, and I go ahead and put done. But what if under guiding principle 1, I wanted to put something? So let's look at this. I put both of them here. So what if I wanted to go ahead now and add a sub page? So I can add a sub page under this. What if I wanted to show my lesson plans? Just for example, lesson plans. Then I could go ahead and put lesson plans under it. So under GP1, you would see lesson plans. I can add something else under GP, the three dots right here. Go ahead and I add a sub page. I could call it students work, and I could add it. I'm just writing STU just to show you it's under the new menu section. So you can create a menu easy to follow. So all if when the person who's appraising you is checking it, they can just look at it easily. It's easy to follow, easy for you or anybody you give it to, they will be able to follow it. So I would suggest I just went ahead and I do all six. GP1, GP2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I can gradually add things under it. And I find that after you do that what you have, what you don't have, what you need to add, all of that. So that's something that you can look into. All right. Any questions, preguntas? All right, seguimos. No questions so far. Please let me know if you're not hearing me or if you need me to repeat something. Feel free to let me know. All right, and you can always change your themes. So this is a simple style. We can use Aristotle. You can go down if you want to use the diplomat, and you see it changes how it looks, the aesthetics of it. All right, so you can decide what you want. If you want to use impression, you see how it changes the layout. And as you go along, the changes are saved in Google Drive. Again, let me just insert something now. Now, if I'm inserting, I can insert a table of content, image carousel so you can see pictures. I can insert a button where you can just click on that button. I can insert a divider, and you see right there, it came right here, a placeholder, and then I put a placeholder. I can add an image here. So if I wanted to add some images, I can put some placeholder. I can add something directly from YouTube, a calendar, maps, documents. I can add sheets, slides, forms, charts. I can add whatever it is that I want to add here. And you can undo, you can redo while you're on it. You can preview your site. So based on what I've written so far, this is what it looks like. And we go to home. Simonette's portfolio, and you see the YouTube earlier that I embedded, Marsha, it's right here. So now if I click on it, it will take you to my page. So easy, just copy the link that you want to embed. So it's no longer what we had where we had to go and put in all of this. We just go ahead and copy the link and save it, and it's done. Easy. All right. So let's go back to the appraisal document. I'm going to continue sharing, and you can tell me what you would put where, or what you put where, because some persons would have started. So how have you organized yours? Because I want to hear from you. How have you organized yours so far, if you have started? And if you have not started, it's not too late. Meaning, I know everybody have started gathering information, putting it together. It's still not too late. So, all right, GP1 says that the teacher knows the subject that he or she teaches. So, let me go ahead now and trying to share the one that I used from mine. So, let me see if I can share it. It has not been marked yet, hence the reason why I have to open it with an incognito browser. So let me go ahead and do just that. And we are here. All right. So I'm going to be sharing my screen now with the incognito browser. So un momento. All right. Estamos. So here, let me share it. This is how I. All right. So here it is. And I don't think this is the incognito browser, but let's go. All right. So I went ahead, put the name, and I had a home page which I call Get to Know Me. So under the Get to Know Me, I have the qualifications and the background information. So for background information, have my philosophy of education, my cover letter, my resume, and my qualifications and certifications. You can decide where you want to put this, but this is the background information. Once you take it up as a teacher, you know what my philosophy of education is. You get a little bit about me, just like if you are applying for a job, and the resume, your qualifications, and your certifications. And that's something that everybody has so far. You should have your qualification, you already have a resume, maybe you want to update it, or you already have one, you already have cover letter. Okay. Hola Rose TV. Nice having you. Renee says, I started with About Me. That section I had cover letter. Yes. Resume, philosophy of education, qualification, my teacher registration receipt from JTC. Perfect. And I didn't even see that when I was typing this. So yes, that's what I do, the background information. GP1, lesson plan, action plan, scope of sequence, reference list, where you get information for your lesson plans. All right, let me look at what I have for GP1. All right, so for GP1, I started out with the national goals of the Ministry of Education. So the Ministry of Education has the national goals and priority policies of the Ministry of Education. The rationale behind that is I need to know what the national goals are so that I can play my part in helping to achieve them. So, you can find this on the Ministry of Education's website. So you type it in. This I created in 2020. So things are changing. You can always check it out. But I spoke about safety, security, and uniform groups, and I spoke about the role that I understand that I play. So I say I ensure that students are safe in the teaching learning environment. As an educator, I understand that I'm accountable for the safety and well-being of students in my care. During virtual classes, remind my students and their parents and guardians about the importance of keeping safe during the pandemic, and also even online. Um, I'm not just letting in anybody in the class because my students are in there. It speaks about technology and education, differentiation, it speaks about youth development, and then the strategic objectives of the Ministry of Education speaks to minimizing the number of students and youth at risk. And I went ahead and spoke. So the bold ones are from the ministry, and in this section is what I say that I would do. So I started from that level. Now, after I did that, I spoke about links to the NSC. So the national goals and the curriculum that we use. And then, Renee, I realized you said you put your list of educational references in GP1. I did the same. So who are your educational references? These are the persons who you would talk to. So I will ask my counterpart, the person I work with. I'll ask my education officer. I'll ask native speakers because I speak Spanish. My whoever it is, my colleagues, my friends who are teachers at other institutions, we collaborate. So you can just, and you already have that information, the name, maybe the email, and all of that for those persons. I also added teaching across disciplines because with integration, which is a part of the curriculum, you are going to be integrating math in your lessons. For teachers of Spanish, you integrate social studies. When you bring the maps, you're integrating geography. When you have them do role plays, you're doing drama. Everything, the English, everything is integrated. Just show how you do that. You're already doing it. You're showing evidence of how you do it. I included teaching involvement, my teacher registration, and I did a little newsletter. No, never say little. I don't like that. I did a newsletter. We don't call what we do little anymore. Guys don't say, I have a little this. No. I did a newsletter and I showed different aspects of how Spanish is alive at my school. If it's math, show us what you're doing. It is evidence based and you already have it. I don't want anybody to look at it and say, I never have that. When you'll be surprised how many things you have once you start putting it together. So get your pictures under all of your pictures. However, put a little jotting. This is me collecting this, or this is me handing out this, or this is me helping students at the devotion, or whatever it is that you are doing. You are doing an excellent job in this pandemic. Everybody, those who are locked down, those who are going to watch it later. So don't look at somebody's own and say, but I don't have this. Maybe you didn't edit a book, but you did something else. What it is that you're doing, whatever you're doing, that is what you want to show. It's evidence that you are doing this. And no two teachers will have the same portfolio, and that's okay. So you want to ensure that whatever it is that you're doing a great job. Just show it. All right. Hola, hola. La señora Martha Corbett Ba está aquí. Cordiales saludos, querida profesora Simone. Muchísimas gracias. And Mrs. Corbett Ba is one of my educational references. So that's what I was talking about. Who is a person in your field, if it's math, history, social studies, whatever you're teaching, Spanish, who do you say, oh, I'm going to teach this? How do I pronounce this? Or this is how I'm pronouncing it. Is it correct? And that's okay, guys, because we don't know everything. And there must be somebody, your supervisor, your vice principal, your principal, HOD, whoever it is, who is that, or who are those persons who you consult with. And you, it might just be a phone call, it might be a WhatsApp, it might be a voice message. Because some we're in technology, not every time now you're going to send an email or whatever. If you call them and say, oh, I'm going to teach this, or a student asked me this, or I want to find out this. This is one of the ways you get information. So you can go ahead and add those persons. So that's GP1. And let's look at what the teacher appraisal says. It says that you can, for GP1, you can add lesson plans, because at the bottom of it, it tells you exactly what you can add: lesson plans, action plans. I put mine in GP2, but I'm gonna academic certificates, teaching portfolio, scope and sequence of subject talk, and a reference list of sources. And this is what it's talking about. You can also add the websites and all of that that you use, but you can use the people and also the places. All right, so let's move to GP2. GP2, Guiding Principle 2 says that the teacher knows how to teach a subject for which he or she is responsible. So here you're demonstrating that you have knowledge about what you're teaching and you're able to apply it. All right. All right. So, yes, photos got from you. Muchísimas gracias, Senora Ba. I've learned a lot about you from you as it relates to taking photos, documenting information, and you taught me that if you're sending correspondence, sometimes you just text or you just call the person. Yes, you can screenshot that you had that conversation, but you taught me send emails also. Do a follow up. Oh, we had this conversation. Okay, I'm just following up on the conversation that we had about this. So you can screenshot um the information. Again, you need a paper trail because you can be doing such a fantastic job, an excellent job, but you don't have anything to show. Then, unless the person was there to see, they don't know that it's happening. All right, all right. Seguimos. Let's look at GP2. So under GP2, I went ahead and I put my appraisal and any appraisal that I got, students' creative work. So Marsha, this section is where I put my students' creative work. So when you're doing La Casa in grade 7, you'll go ahead and they'll make a house. Take a picture of it, take pictures of it, or do a video of it. If you can't post all of them, do a video. Let them do displays. In grade 9, and some persons do it in grade 8, los lugares en la comunidad. If you let them create a community, you can do that. For my grade 7s, they have a scrapbook, so they are gradually building on that. You can take pictures of that. um for upper school, if you have them research any countries or anything, you can take pictures of that. So you have creative work and also students graded assignments. So I use that as two separate categories. So creative work, it can just be something that they did. It can be even a role play, anything. It doesn't have to just be written. It can be role plays. It can be anything that they did. And your graded assignments. You don't only want to show the best work. You want to show the best ones, middle ones, called mediocre, and then even the ones who you have to say, please see me. Show the variety, because realistically speaking, in your class, you have students with varying strengths and weaknesses. In this also, I spoke about my community involvement, and that's separate from another section that we're going to be looking at. I did that under GP2, um, to say that I know how to teach a subject that I'm responsible for as it relates to not just in the classroom, but teaching outside of the classroom. And it's not just community involvement, because we'll see that. All right. Eres tremenda profesora y líder. Adelante, cree muy importante el documentar cada foto. Sí, estoy de acuerdo. I agree. La rúbrica de evaluación ya está traducida al español. Ah, qué bueno. Awesome. So Mrs. Corbett Boy is saying that this document is also translated to Spanish. So for natives who speak both languages, it's also in Spanish. Profesionales, saludos a cada uno de los participantes en este seminario. Okay, so Mrs. Corbett Baugh, who is the education officer, chief education officer in charge of foreign languages in the Ministry of Education and Youth. Thank you for joining us, and she is greeting everyone who is here in the session. So greetings, saludos a todos. If you speak English, hello, greetings. Spanish, saludos. And I just say bonjour, hello, for those who speak French. Oh, okay. I love this idea, Renee. Renee is saying for grade 10, sorry, for La Familia, they can create an album and take pictures of that. Yes. So, teachers, you already have it. You just need to document it. You've been giving them the work. So, you want to show that you've been doing it and it's evidence. All right? All right, seguimos. So here, oh, beautiful thing, and I don't want to forget it, and I'm seeing it here. So you do your extra classes. You can put that in there as your involvement. I have served as linguistic aid for PEP. I put that. Bilingual liaison officer. I put that. And any other things that I do, I put that. But one thing that I want you to start gathering now, if you haven't started yet, is testimonials. So you can get testimonials from your students, you can get testimonials from your colleagues, from your supervisors, you can get testimonials from parents, and then you put it at the appropriate section. So if you're getting testimonial from your students, they might say, I like how Miss teach, she's always interactive, or she brings different, whatever their language that they're going to use. Oh, our classes are exciting. She always give us different ideas. We don't know what's going to come. She used technology. That's a testimonial from your student. A superior might say that you're prepared, your lesson plans are engaging, they realize students are improving. Those are testimonials. A parent might say, oh, I find that if you are a form teacher or a classroom teacher or both, the person might say, oh, I find that this teacher cares about my daughter or my son, or oh, I on the online classes I could hear them learning this, or you can get testimonials. Testimonials are one of the ways that you can get it. Muchísimas gracias, Donique, Jamaica. Martha says, I encourage creating records of students exhibiting their linguistic capabilities. Yes, in English, in Spanish, in whichever subject that you teach. If they're doing a presentation, sometimes they say, Miss, I don't want you to take my picture, or don't record them. If you do it, well, one, get their permission, but also you can take pictures, and that can help. A student reading, yes. A student reciting, a student conducting an interview, yes. So whatever the student is doing, you can show them in action. And assessment, as Mrs. Carbet says, assessment is changing worldwide. Yes, and assessment is ongoing. So not just the score that they got at the end of the term or the end of the month. That might not be their high score. The written test might not be their best work. They might be better at drawing something. They might be better at speaking. And what I find that works, or has been working for me, is yes, we know the objective that we want to meet, but I find that if I say, okay, oh, I want you to tell me three members of the family, or describe three members of the family, you can tell them, do a picture, you can draw a picture this and write, describe them, you can make a song, you can do a jingle, and then let them use the way that they prefer to learn or to present. Once you're getting the content, I know that in the end they're going to be doing a written exam, which we a standardized exam, which is they're sitting down and writing. But in the classroom, let us give them the opportunity to showcase their talents. I've seen students dance that don't speak any at all, and it's they were so alive while they were dancing. You wouldn't believe that is the same student who sit quietly because they're passionate about it. So let us give them that opportunity. So that's under GP2. The teacher appraisal says that you can use your lesson plans. You can of course, put photographs. I'd suggest put photographs for every section, videos, your lesson observation, action plan, sample of students' work, your assessment report, any needs assessment, your record books on students' performance, and your teacher log. Now, what I did too, that I think we can do. All right. under GP1, I put some pictures that I think shows or and videos. So it's like a summary. So even if the person is just looking at the outside and they don't go through every nitty gritty, as we said, they don't go through every aspect. They look at it and say, "Oh, teacher knows the subject that they're able to teach." I say, "Oh, I was on TVJ. Let me put that. Oh, we did some YouTube video about using WhatsApp. Let's put that. Oh, we have a video over here. We do this. All of those things. You put them at the front, and that's on your main page. So when they click on this before they click the drop down, they can get a glimpse of what is to come and the action plan. As the Spanish program outline, the lesson plans and evaluations. All right, let's move to GP3. And that says that teachers are committed to the children in their care. And I try to put pictures that is saying the same thing. So strategic about the pictures that you choose also. So, I spoke about some of the strategies that I use in the teaching learning environment, speak about critical thinking, and you're doing it already, guys. It's just to put it in words. So, when you give your students things that develop critical thinking, and sometimes because you've been doing this over a period of time, you don't even say, "Oh, the reason I'm writing this is, or the reason they're doing this is because I want to develop critical thinking." But now, when you are showcasing your portfolio, you can show, "Okay, I use critical thinking. I promote growth mindset in my classroom. I give them opportunity to learn independently." You talk about it. You talk about project based learning. When you give them those projects, that's a part of it, and you tell how you incorporate it in your lessons. And again, I say you have it already. It's just that you know need to put it in words. So I went ahead and I spoke about critical thinking, growth mindset. What do you use? What incentives? If you give them a star, sometimes I draw a smiley face, put the dot. They are excited about it. You use the same pen and draw the smiley face. They say, "Oh, if they don't get miss, I don't get a smiley face this week." You don't realize that it meant so much to them. Um, yes, the e-portfolio allow for the inclusion of hyperlinks. Yes. And so let me just go back to here. Earlier, Marsha had asked how we embed. And I went ahead and I said, okay, this is how we we embed we can embed a link. So let's insert again something from YouTube, or let's insert. So you can just go to YouTube as a teacher and you search for math. Let's say simultaneous equations. Simultaneous equations. And it says no, oh, this is select a file. Oh, hold on, video search. Type your search. You're telling me that all of YouTube don't have that? All right, let's see. Um, algebra. Algebra. Some buttons on my laptop are not working. So, all right, let's go out here first. Find the video because I realize what's happening. So we go to YouTube. We find the video, and I'm going to look at algebra. I will just copy the link from YouTube, pick a video, what is basic algebra, and I am going to just copy this link now. I come back to the portfolio, which is Ola Ola, and I insert something from YouTube. So I can just go ahead and, ay Dios mío, un momento. Sorry, let me click embed. Go ahead, put the video. It will come up. You see basic algebra. If I click insert, no, it's now on this. Once I click a preview of it, you will see everything that I added. Remember, I already added my YouTube here and I just added this and it just comes up. So yes, you can add videos. So embed it and it will come up. All right. So we're looking at GP3 and these are some of the things. So you can put your classroom rules or your guidelines, whatever you call them. You put a copy of it. You already have it. The students know it. Sometimes if you don't have it written, just write it. Students evaluation, different how you um, differentiate your instructions and your strategies for your students, your classroom targets, your teaching timetable, which you already have, your grade book, which you already have, any extracurricular involvement, anything, you have that. Any extra classes you did, anything for independent learning, any projects, you can put them here for project based learning. You want to talk about why you chose it, and any collaboration. If you common plan, that's collaboration. When you speak to a teacher from another school and your students exchange information, that's collaboration. If you ask another teacher to come to your class teach for you, or if it's on Zoom they come in and they talk, whatever it is, collaboration is happening. And also what behavior modification strategies you use. Now, the teacher appraisal says that for this section, for GP3, which is, it says that the teacher is committed to the children in his or her care, managing the learning process through addressing diversity and promoting character development. So you can add things such as your continuous assessment records, assessment strategies, any action research, or um, any anecdotal records, any curricular activities, students register, any report, more photographs, more videos, observation, sample of students' work, and any behavior modification technique that you have. Is it that your students know that if they're late, they stand for the amount of time they're late, or if they're late two times, or if they don't have the work? What is the guidelines that you came up with together that your students know about? So you go ahead and you will share that. So that's GP3. Let's look at what we have for GP4. All right, un momento. So we're moving on to GP4. Just waiting on this. And this is what technology does. Technology does it does its own thing. All right. So we're at GP4, innovations in teaching, I call it, but it's teacher sharpens their professional skills. So I show this the room before the students. What do you do to sharpen your professional skills? And this, as I said at the front, these are just some pictures that will tell you what to expect. Under GP4, we talk about STEAM and STEM integration. How do you integrate science, technology, math in your classroom when you're already doing it? So when you have them do a video or anything, you integrating technology, you have that. When you have them do anything mathematical, any arts, they are, when they are doing their engineering, making things, you are already using science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics in your classroom. So you want to tell how you are doing that. Most of this is the how. You're already doing it, is just to show how you are doing it. So, all right, seguimos. So we look at any other thing that you are involved in. So I spoke about being a part of the committees that you're a part of, involve them. Conversational Spanish, who or whatever it is that you're doing. If you have a YouTube channel, if you have a Facebook page, if you have WhatsApp groups that you give your students, any publications, did you write anything that was in the newspaper or anywhere? Do you have a blog? Do anything. Your anything that you have that you can add. Your professional development. What do you do? You attend workshops. Your school must have some professional development workshop. Get a picture there. Also, take pictures of the agenda. Ensure you take pictures of the agenda. Take pictures of the program. If you can get the minutes of the meeting, you can. Have you studied? Have you done any short courses? Anything? Put your certificates there and get testimonials from your superiors for this. They're saying, okay, she does this or he does that. Get testimonials for every section. You can get a testimonial that applies to that area. So, whatever professional development you do or any innovation, did you tell them, oh, you should do this at school and they did it? Speak about it. Now, for GP5, teacher interacts with parents and community. What you do at your church, what you do in your community. Did you have two students that you were helping in the pandemic, or they come over on the weekend or whatever? Make note of it. You might not want, you don't have to put their faces. You can take a picture, cover their faces. It's up to you. But go ahead and put that. And again, everything you want to put a caption so you know what it is. Pictured here in discussion with two students from Western Hospitality Institute at a conference. This is not at school, this is outside of school. I spoke to some students at my alma mater about the CSEC oral examination. Get a video and you put it here. Teaching the Jellyman Spanish outside of the classroom. You're not in your work clothes. It's outside, but it's happening. Did you do a 5K run? Did you do anything? Add it. How do you interact? Because when you're interacting, you're not only always teaching. How do you interact with your parents? Can a parent give you a testimonial to say, okay, I can always call Miss, or if I don't get her, she's approachable, or she has helped me with this, or I was trying to do that. Anything, they can talk about it. Get a testimonial. So right now you're thinking, you should be thinking, who is that person that I'm going to ask? Which parents? You know the parents and you know the students. Who can you ask? Write a thing for me or give me a video. For teachers, if you have student teachers who you supervise, speak to them and see who is it that you can speak to. How was it? Oh, when I came, Miss Ibert was my mentor or my cooperating teacher. This is what I learned, or they can speak about you. It's your past students who just left, not the ones 10 years ago, but the ones who just left. If you're teaching at a high school or primary school, whichever school you're teaching, they can tell you or they can write something for you, a testimonial. All right? You can even get recommendations and add them to your portfolio. So in GP5, what I have, let me show you. I have my call logs. When you call your parents, you can screenshot it and put it there. Your parent teacher interaction. Do you have parent teachers meeting? And know that maybe we have the meetings and we don't have an agenda. Create an agenda, one that you can edit. And then you have regular call to order and those kind of things. But the new business might change. And put your date. That's your evidence. Evidence, sorry. Do you give certificate for outstanding performance to your students? Do you give certificates to your parents? Do you give whatever you do? Parent month celebration, your logbook. Your logbook is something, if you have not done it yet, you can start it now. I know you might say it's a month, but something might happen. What is happening? And then you can put a sample of your logbook. It's better to have it now, and then next term you start from September, you have it from September. But no, it's not too late. And I'm not going to come here and say, oh, it's going to be easy. Because as educators, we have a lot, and we're always being asked to provide more documentations and all of that. Even those things that you have created, you were asked to do this. You can add them as things that you would have done. Again, it's evidence of what you would have done. But I want to take stock now and commend each and every one of you, each and every one of us, myself included, for what you have been doing so far. I know that sometimes might seem like, or you feel like, oh, I'm not doing a lot, or this person seems to be doing more than me. Maybe they have more pictures, more videos than you, but now you want to start getting your pictures and getting your videos. But you are amazing. You're doing a fantastic job. And at this time of the school year, it's natural for you to feel overwhelmed and tired. You're almost there. You got this. All right. So for GP6 now, what is GP6? GP6 speaks to the how you uplift your profession, conduct of teachers to uplift the profession. So this is where any awards you got. Did you participate in anything at your school? Did you get any award, any workshop? And I know that a lot of things were online. Screenshot it, even if you attend like the JTC workshops or anything online, guys. You can screenshot where you are. So, or you make a comment on the live video and screenshot that. That's the evidence that you were there while it was happening. So I know that we didn't have, well, since school open, you have opportunities sometimes, not as much as before, to go to workshop outside of school, but you might have had some at school or some online. Check them out, screenshot it. It's your evidence, and you show where you have what you have done and everything. You must have a caption for it to say what it is. Okay, see, gracias, gracias, Renee. And the thing with the portfolio is you can keep adding to it, but you want to show this is you showcasing your work. It might seem overwhelming, it might seem daunting, but when I just heard about it, I knew nothing about Google Sites. I'm not saying that, oh, you're just going to. Some persons are better technology, it's quicker for you, but if you gradually do it, you can. All right. And again, you want to, at the end of it, I went ahead and I put in some pictures. If you did an action research, share it. Any projects that you did. If you have like I know Renee is here, I know Yaliet, I know Marsha has these things, and others who are here. You have like a YouTube channel or Facebook or Instagram that is dedicated to, your area of specialization. Then I put it here as my educational social media, and you can look into that. You can add some other pictures. So then they didn't go under any category for you. Just add them as pictures you at school. But I'm sure all of them can go under a category. But if you have extras, put them there. Your references. Where did you get some of your information? And what I also did was went ahead and put a table of content. So table of content. So if the person look at it, they know what it is that you're expecting. You can even go ahead and create a table of content first, and then you know what you want to put in each section, and then you go ahead and tick it off to see if you have it. Do you have your philosophy of education? If you have it written down, you say, oh, I have it, or I need to get it. I have my cover letter, I need to get it. I have my resume, or I don't have it, or I need to update it. So you know what you need. Teaching experiences and responsibilities. You go ahead. You talk about innovations, you talk about your professional development, your interaction with parents, and these headings are coming from. You could even put GP1, GP2, community involvement, your publications, if you have any action research, your project, your references. So you do have these, and let me see those who are in the chat. Do you find that some of the things that were said you already have them? It's just for you to put them together, or you need to find some things. What are some of the things that you say, oh, I need to get this, or I'm going to get my testimonials? Anybody thinking about who they're going to ask for their testimonials? Let me see. I want to hear from you. And also, if you have any questions, preguntas, as we say in Spanish, let me know. But for the appraisal, you want to also look at how much marks, a 4 or a 3 or a 2, how much is it? And that will also guide you on what is expected. Because look, this one, 6 marks, 7 marks. So it's going to require a little bit more information than the one that is 2 marks. So let us bear that in mind. And I want to encourage each and every one of us. None of us knows everything. I don't know everything. I'm still learning. I'm excited when I get new information because I am going to be learning something new. And there's nothing wrong. It doesn't make you any less of a person if you have to say to one of your colleagues or one of your friends, please help me with this. I don't understand this. Or I'm trying to do this, but it's not working out for me. Or I don't know why I tried embedded it and it's not going in, or something. Oh, what do you think I should do about this? It is okay to reach out to others. I have learned so much through collaboration, and just going there, don't think, oh, a person I try to show me up. No, nobody can show you up when you're learning something. And surround yourself with persons who encourage you to do better. Encourage you to do better. Surround yourself with people who encourage you to do better. So ensure that the persons in your circle, or we call them our tribe, ensure that those are persons who, when you say you don't understand something or you need help, even if they can't help it, they can point you to somebody. And YouTube is and should be your best friend. You can type it in how to embed this, how to do that. You'll see step by step on how to do each thing. So please bear in mind that don't look at it as a whole and say, why? Me not have all of this. No, you have most of it. What you don't have is you think, who can I reach out to get these? Tell them you need it maybe a week before you actually need it. Your parents, remind them, can I have a testimonial from you? Think about, oh, I went to this staff meeting, or I went to this professional development. Oh, I didn't keep take the agenda, but let me go and check at the office at my school, or the person who sent it out, if I can get the agenda now, and put that as evidence of you going to the meeting. Once you know that you were there, go to the JTC website. They have a lot of professional development seminars. Watch it, screenshot screenshot it while you're there. Um, Even if you didn't take pictures of your students' creative work, you have a month, take pictures of it. If you didn't give them a project, there is something that you're doing that they can do a project on. So give them a project. Ensure you have your rubric for your project. Um, any questions though? Go ahead. Anything that you want to add in the chat? Anything that I did not say that you have in yours that you think we could add to ours? Or anything that you said, oh, instead of that, I combined it and I have this. Let me know. Go ahead. We're sharing. And again, the takeaway from this, you have a lot of what you don't think you have. So you have your lesson plans, you have your evaluations, you've marked students' work, you've been to a workshop, you know what your curriculum is, or you can get it online. You can say how you incorporate asynchronous learning. You want to promote independent learning. What do you do? How do you promote critical thinking? Are you incorporating technology in your classroom? And just show how you do it. Example, did you give them a quizzes? Did you give them Kahoot? Anything that you gave them, you can now use it as evidence to say, oh, this is what I did, and I did it for this reason. Because everything that we do, sometimes, because we've been doing it over a period of time, you don't say, oh, right, I'm going to give them this because I want to do that. But when you look at it, you say, oh, that's the reason why, even if you didn't think about it in the moment when you were writing your plan. So please bear that in mind. Know that you have most of the information. What you don't have, you do have a little time to get it. And through in all of this, ensure that you take care of self. And if you need a moment, take a time, take a break, ask for help. Somebody, if you have a child, I'm telling you they're great on technology. Let them help you if they're at the age that they can help you. Ask a friend, ask somebody, help me to compile this, or read over this for me, or help me with this is my philosophy, type it up for me. Get help, but you can do this. I want to let me know if you have any questions before I go, any concerns, anything that you have in yours, Renee, that you want to share with us, or anybody else that is here and you want to share something with us. Let us know. And if there's anybody here with a portfolio, because this one was Spanish related, but the principle is the same throughout, guiding principle 1 to 6, and you're showing in your area how the evidence for your grades. But also, if you're here and you have a portfolio and you want to share it with us, you can just let me know. I post the link and you share your screen and we can see what you have so far. If you have any questions, any concerns, you should have gotten your teacher appraisals, the hard copy or the soft copy. But you can also go to JTC, Jamaica Teaching Council's website, type it in, go to resources, and you'll see the teacher appraisal instrument. There's one, there are more than one. You want to look at the one for the teacher appraisal instrument. So let me know if you have any questions, preguntas, comments, concerns, anything that I can assist with. Let me know. There's already another video here on my channel about the portfolio, so you can also watch that one. Yeah, see, SOS. I, if you want, let me just go ahead again and do scroll down to say, all right, this is what I put for each section. So under GP1, and you can go ahead and look at it. You don't have to have everything. You can have some. You can put other things that you want. And again, if you're not registered, it's one of the things where you need your teacher registration. For that, you're going to need 2 references, 2 recommendations. You are going to need a passport pictures. Well, listen, a passport pictures, a passport picture 1. So, and again, as I say to my students, mistakes are part of learning, and we need to get into that habit where it's okay, we're going to make mistakes, and you only fail when you stop trying. So again, I want to thank each and everyone. If you're here live, thank you, muchísimas gracias. And for those who are going to be watching it after, and those who are here now, if you're feeling overwhelmed, ask for help. Reach out to somebody. There's somebody who can help you. Check it out. But you have the information, I would suggest, and what worked for me, instead of having it in my Google Drive with all the other things that I have in my Google Drive, I created a Google account specifically for my portfolio. So you can even call it simoneportfolio@gmail.com. And then everything that you are going to put in your Google site, you just put them in that Google Drive. So when it's time to find them, or you can even better, in the Google Drive, you put subfolders. So you know the things that you need for GP1, go ahead, create some folders and call this one GP1, GP2, GP3, GP4, GP5, GP6. And in that Google Drive, everything that is good that you want to put in GP1, just put it in that folder and the same. So when it's time, you can just put it on your site. Are there any questions? Preguntas. Take your pictures. If you don't have any pictures now, it's not too late. Get your pictures. Ask the colleague. Take picture. Take my picture. I'll take your picture. I'll send it to you. Yes. When you have your meetings, whether it's departmental meeting, any meeting, you can get a picture. Get a picture. And somebody take a picture of you when you're writing on the board while in the classroom while explaining something. But under it, you want to tell what it is that you are doing. Did you work at the Labor Day project at a school? Do you have a picture? If you don't have one and you work there, go back and get a broom and let somebody take a picture of you. But on a serious note, once you do the work, get the picture and put it in there. All right. Any questions? I see we have some persons here as it relates to the portfolio, the teacher appraisal instrument or the portfolio. Please put your questions, your comments, anything in the chat before we go. So that's the end of my presentation. Again, it's interactive. I thank those who participated. So please let me know if you have any questions. So I am going to be looking 2 minutos más, 2 more minutes to see if we have any questions before I go. No, it's okay because sometimes you don't have the pictures. So you work Labor Day and you say, oh no, I never put any picture. I don't have a picture. I'm not telling you to go and take up a broom if you didn't go anywhere. But go back to where you were sweeping. And tell your friend, take a picture of me with the broom or the rake or whatever you know that you did on the day. Get a picture, put it and say, work on the Labor Day project. Again, I'm not asking you to go and stage pictures that you didn't do the thing for. But if you did it, get your picture. Helping with the line, talking to your students, anything, you can get a picture for it. All right? Preguntas. Un minuto más. One more minute. Again, thank you to all those who joined us, all my colleagues, our education officer, Mrs. Martha Corbett Ball, and to each and every one of you. Keep going. You're doing an excellent job. I don't think a lot of people talking about the pandemic and how it affected us as educators and the students that we're teaching. So I want to encourage you today, while I encourage myself, to remember that you are shaping lives and you are helping to create a better future. And you'll be surprised each day how you change a child's life. They might not say or anything, but just know that you are doing an excellent job. Congratulations. Felicitaciones. Keep going. You're almost at the end of the school year. You got this. Ask for help. If you feel tired, rest. Take a moment. Breathe. And know that you are not alone in this. Alright? Tengan ustedes un buen día. If there are no more questions, no concerns, that's what I'm waiting to see if there are any questions. Si no, yo me voy. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your time. Have yourselves a fantastic day. Thank you for those who took time after a busy day to be here on this live. And for those who are going to watch it after, have a great day. Keep being awesome. Remember that the only person that can stop you is you. La única persona que puede detenerte eres tú. Have a great day. And remember, you only fail when you stop trying. So keep going. You're awesome. Keep changing lives. Have yourself a fantastic day. Ciao, ciao, ciao.